The following is a special presentation of Extreme E-Speed TV, your new home for everything iRacing and E-Speed.
Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their number one goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Racers are dedicated to winning. And Chevrolet Performance's 3 factory-sealed Circle Track crate engines can help you get to the checkered flag first. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a touring hero, on dirt or pavement, Chevrolet Performance Circle Track crate engines are engineered to win, right out of the box.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road. Their experts can keep you on the track and in the lead no matter what type of racing you do. Hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Race Car Engineering, 800-882-7231.
Great Racing USA is green! This is America's leader in racing, the Rogers Dab Performance Parts Great Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series 4Y.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Introducing the latest technology in the racing industry, Spring Rhythm. Spring Rhythm is an app that can replace a spring smasher, giving you access to the same information the fast guys are using to stay ahead. The app tells you where to set your coilover nuts to hit your install loads and tells you the dynamic loads that the car will see in travel. It also simplifies adjustments at the track, giving you the information needed to adjust loads without taking the shock off the car. Spring Rhythm has been rigorously tested to ensure accuracy. There's no excuse to not be using Spring Rhythm.
Race fans, and welcome to Fairbury Speedway as we get ready for tonight's Illinois Dirt Classic here for the Extreme E Speed TV Pro Late Model Dirt Series for our final race of the spring session here from Fairbury tonight. I am Travis Piercefield, as always, joined with Adam Johnson. And Adam, we come in here tonight with our final spring race. It's going to be a little weird with the summer months coming off here, but it's been an exciting first half of the season, and it should come to an end here tonight with an exciting finish at Fairbury, another crown jewel event.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we've been waiting for this one every single season. This is one of those tracks to circle on the calendar and you look forward to, especially what initially looked like it was going to be back-to-back nights here. Just running tonight though, so this is kind of the last chance to get all your skill out there, put it on tape, really show your best talent, because we won't be back, ladies and gentlemen, until the 9th of September. So we've got a very long summer break, and so a lot of points on the line and a lot of momentum. And momentum's a real thing, and it can certainly carry into that fall national season. So looking at your top 10 on the year, we have Dylan Perry still up top with the 4 wins. Behind him, Brandon Combs with a couple. Jacob Lassiter, Dawson Lowe, Brandon Marlowe rounding out the top 5. Rounding out the top 10, Aiden Young, Brandon Bender, Kendrick Hicks, Colin Voiles, and Ethan Waters. So just 2 of our top 10 drivers in the point standings are rookies, and they'll look to make a statement and move up a little bit further tonight. So fun thing about this season is really the top 3 all separated by just 20 points. So this is one of those momentum races. You carry it into the fall nationals, and there's still, half the season, half the schedule to go. So we're happy you're joining us here on Extreme E Speed TV. A little bit of cloudy weather, good weather though. We got 16 drivers that look like signed in, so we're ready to get to some racing action.
John Hine race control is moving us right here, Adam, as we'll get started with heat race number 1.
That's right, and it'll be led by Brandon Bender and Kendrick Hicks. Row 2, Ethan Waters and Aiden Young, with Colin Voiles rounding out the rear.
So 100 laps will make up this Illinois Dirt Classic here tonight from Fairbury. So plenty of racing action here. Of course, beautiful cameras as always by little brother Andy as we get ready to go here for racing action in Carrier Heat Race number 1. 8 laps. Should be 3 Carrier Heat races here tonight, setting this field for tonight. Of course, had a first-time winner last week. That was always fun to see and experience, as he was able to hold off Dylan Perry. As Daniel Adam was able to pick up his first career win here in the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So cars here on the track. Nice view from the backstretch here at Fairbury Speedway. A little bull ring to end our spring season, as it's Ethan Waters, Kendrick Hicks. Out of turn number 4, green flag waves, and 8 laps to come here in Carrier Heat Race number 1.
And look at them slipping and sliding already. That is a slick track tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad view in the house. We're going to do our best to get you the best camera angles. It's such a tightly, knit track right now, as we've got 5 to go. It's a good start there for Kendrick Hicks, up 1 spot. Voiles also strong start. So these guys all shifting around, moving, and kind of getting their space. But you got to imagine this times 3. We're going to have a very full field in this very quick track. This is the type of track where you're going to have lap traffic. You're going to have a lot of moments of contention, and it may not mean we're going to get a ton of cautions. I'm not saying that, but I will say we're going to have a lot of contact. None of these cars are going to be looking like they just came out of the the paint shop right after this, as we've got 4 to go. Hicks still running strong, but Voiles is coming.
Voiles, good run for him as he's made up some ground on that 64 up ahead, and Aiden Young up into the 3rd position. As it's now single file here for the most part, as we're coming to 2 laps to go this time by for Kendrick Hicks as they go down the back stretch. Turning about 12-second laps here during Carrier Heat Race number 1 as Hicks looking to hold on. Colin Voiles using that inside line, and he's making up some ground.
He is, and he's riding that inside lane, and it's worked for some guys, and maybe it'll work later, but right now, Hicks holding strong, just needs to hit a couple more turns, and he's got it.
Voiles will get to the inside through 3 and 4. He'll slide up in front of Hicks. Hicks will cross him over and win Carrier Heat Race number 1. Colin Voiles 2nd, Aiden Young 3rd, Ethan Waters in the 4th position.
That's right, Carrier Heat Race number 2 will be led by a couple of Brandons, Brandon Marlowe and Brandon Combs. Behind them, Devin Moran and Austin Cantrell, with Jacob Lassiter rounding out the rear. Now you saw there really a nice crossover move there at the end, but Voiles wasn't able to hold on, and Hicks was able to finish strong. So, hey, it was worth a shot. If there's ever time to do it, it's in one of these heat races, and just to see how your car reacts. He kind of bumped the wall, Voiles that being, and not sure if he'll try it later or if he'll just need to prepare a little better next time by, but we'll wait now. The truck's got about a quarter of the field, quarter of the track in front of them. When he pulls off, these drivers will put the hammer down and really get moving here on Extreme E-Speed TV. So 1 heat race down, looks to be a couple to go. Fans look ready as that pace truck pulls off. Next time by, we are going green.
So Marlowe and Combs will take us to green here in Carrier Heat Race number 2. Green flag waves. Combs to the outside. Marlowe's going to move down to the inside. Moran down there on the inside here through 1 and 2 as well. And it's going to be Marlowe that comes out on top here. Leading lap number 1 is now Moran and Combs side by side for the 2nd spot. Cantrell and Lassiter side by side for 4th.
Yeah, good racing right here. They're a little packed together. It's going to make for a fun little finish. And you got some guys riding down low, some up high. And you see the way they just split there instantly and then kind of reconvene, and you'll see Marlowe holding strong, but eventually that may not be the preferred line, and we got some action down there in the bottom line, but Marlowe still holding the pack strong.
Marlowe holding off Combs there. Devin Moran down to the inside now as he'll fall back into the clutches of Combs for 2nd. Inside line now has Lassiter down there as well. As Combs will split the difference. He'll make a move on the lead. Marlowe will come out on top with that outside momentum here as they're down the back stretch, coming to 3 to go.
Yeah, real quick racing action. We're looking at lap times right now about just over 12 seconds. Looks like even the slowest one there was just under 12.5 seconds. So it's quick. There's not a lot of time to hold it straight. You're constantly moving that wheel, and as we approach the white flag, these drivers are just getting a taste for what's to come with a really important race tonight.
White flag waves as Devin Moran led that lap. Marlowe down to the inside, Combs down there as well. Great 3-car battle as they make slight contact there at 3. Coming out of turn number 4, it will be Marlowe. Combs 2nd, Moran 3rd, Lassiter 4th, Cantrell. Great finish there in Carrier Heat Race number 2. And with that, we will move on to Carrier Heat Race number 3.
That's right, moving into Carrier Heat Race number 3. It'll be a couple of rookies on the front lines. The driver won last week, Daniel Adam, next to Dawson Lowe. Cody Early and Dylan Perry, a couple series veterans there in the middle, with Brody Thompson, rookie, rounding out the rear. So we will see the pace truck roll off right now. Lights are off, so they're making great time. Love to see John Hine doing big things. Been a great addition to the team. It keeps things moving along. So, 3 of the 5 drivers. We got 60% of rookies in this field for this third and final carrier heat race. Looks like next time by we'll be going green. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Green flag is in the air for carrier heat race number 3. This will help shake out the field and get us one step closer to the main event. It's a strong run there for Daniel Adam. Very consistent driver, kind of showing and picking right where he left off last week. And back-to-back wins is a kind of a debut to the series would be quite the statement.
Strong start for him as he's got over a second lead now. Dylan Perry were there in that second position for now. Is now Cody Early. Contact there. Cody Early moves into the second spot. Lowe also to the inside. Great 3-car battle here for second.
Yeah, and keep an eye on Dylan Perry. Not used to seeing him this far back in the field, but I think this is where he likes to be, especially before the main event. But Adam and Lowe, a couple of rookies still holding strong. Perry just one spot advanced, flip-flopping with Cody Early from where they started as we get closer to just 3 laps to go.
Adam is out front, almost a 2-second lead now. The real battle here for this one is second place on back as it's Lowe and Dylan Perry side by side. 2 laps to go now this time by. This, of course, will help set the field for tonight's 100-lap Illinois Dirt Classic feature event. White flag waves for Adam out front. Dylan Perry, Dawson Lowe still side by side for second there. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Last week's winner will pick up a carrier heat race victory. Second will go to, looks like Dawson Lowe, just edging out Dylan Perry. And that leads us to tonight's Combs Cut's Last Chance Showdown.
That's right, and it'll be led by Brandon Bender, side by side with Austin Cantrell, and just behind them, the rookie Brody Thompson. So a couple of rookies in this. And if I remember right, it'll be a 12-lap battle here. And we'll see what these drivers have to show. The last chance to make some adjustments and learn the field before we head to the main event here on Extreme eSpeed TV. A full crowd already in. I even saw one flashbulb. Somebody breaking out that camera from back in the day.
So 3 cars here. This will set the final 3 positions for tonight's Illinois Dirt Classic feature event, 100 laps, crown jewel event here for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series tonight.
And just like that, we are going green here for Fairbury and the Combs Cut's Last Chance Showdown. Bender, oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, and they're still staying green, but not a happy driver. I say the happiest driver right now will be Austin Cantrell, who let Thompson and Bender kind of battle it out, and he may have a little bit of a gap to play with.
You could say he bended, but did not break. So Cantrell leading out front. Thompson settles there in the second position, now with 9 laps to go. Got some space between these cars here as they'll look to count down these laps in the Combs Cut's Last Chance Showdown. A few extra practice laps here as they prepare for that 100-lap feature event.
Cantrell, Thompson, Bender, your top three. It looks like the quickest time, oddly enough, the fastest one put down is a 12.2 flat from Brandon Bender, yet he's still battling to get himself back to even second. Slowest lap on that last time by was Brody Thompson, so it is Austin Cantrell continuing to extend his lead. As you see, even a little bit more contact between Thompson and Bender in the back. They kind of go crisscrossing, definitely not matching the pace. As we'll get a look here in a moment of what that last lap time was, but I have a feeling it is benefiting Austin Cantrell much more than it's benefiting anyone else. That's right. Cantrell puts down a 12.3 flat. Brody Thompson a 13.15.
So Bender there now in that second position, so some extra laps here on the track. Of course, this view over from the backstretch area as Cantrell looking to pick up a Comescott's last chance victory here tonight at Fairbury. As you can see just how fast they move around this track. White flag waves as it is Cantrell and that 4C machine out front down the backstretch for the final time here on the Last Chance Showdown. Out of turn number 4, it will be Austin Cantrell, your winner. Bender second, Brody Thompson in the third position. As they will pull into the pit area, that will set our field for tonight's 100-lap Illinois Dirt Classic feature event. Of course, a crown jewel event here during this 2025 season here from Fairbury. As cars will get their warm-up time here on the track. When we come back, we'll talk about that starting lineup and tonight's 100 laps here at Fairbury as you're watching the Pro Late Model Dirt Series here on Extreme eSpeed TV.
.07 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their #1 goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Racers are dedicated to winning. And Chevrolet Performance's 3 factory-sealed circle track crate engines can help you get to the checkered flag first. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a touring hero, on dirt or pavement, Chevrolet Performance circle track crate engines are engineered to win. Right out of the box.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
Race Car Engineering is your single source supplier for all your racing equipment. Dirt, asphalt, drag strip, street rod, or off-road. Their experts can keep you on the track and in the lead no matter what type of racing you do. Hundreds of brands, thousands of parts. Find them online at racecareng.com or call them toll free at 800-882-7231 and make sure to ask for your free catalog. That's Racecar Engineering, 800-882-7231.
Great Racing USA is green. This is America's leader in racing, the Rogers Dabbs Performance Parts Great Racing USA Dirt Late Model Series 4Y.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Tonight's racing action here as it is the crown jewel event, the Illinois Dirt Classic here from Fairbury, our final race of the Spring Nationals. Of course, we won't be back until September 9th at Kern County Raceway, as that is an open event here for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So if you're interested in learning more, visit the Facebook page. And then we will be back with the broadcast on 9/10 from Kern County Raceway, as we have more crown jewel events coming up. Of course, Eldora, Lernerville, and Lanier National Speedway in the fall national portion of the events for this 2025 season. And as we look ahead to tonight, Adam, 100 laps around this Fairbury Speedway, anyone jumping out to you as an opportunity to grab a victory here tonight?
Yeah, I'm looking at Daniel Adam, the way he ran in that Cary heat race. I mean, it looked as if he took the car right off the hauler from the last track, brought it here, and from Knoxville to Fairbury, and just kept that same momentum going. So I'm looking at Daniel Adam to continue to kind of make a statement, make himself known. So keep an eye out for that. A little perplexed at the early part of the night for Dylan Perry. I'm never going to say I'm concerned about him, but just a little surprised at what I saw in the heat race, or didn't see in the heat race, I guess you could say. So another one I've got my eye on. But I mean, there are a lot of point implications here. There's also some guys not participating tonight that are going to lose out on some of that opportunity to maintain a strong stance in the standings. So we're just a few moments away now. It looks like the flag man is ready. We're just waiting for the cars to get on track, and when they do, we will be more than happy to provide you with all the insight necessary.
Of course, thank you to everyone tuning in tonight. We've got Joey and Memphis tuning in. Megan in East Georgia tuning in. Thank you for watching here tonight. Of course, Evan in South Florida. So thankful for everyone that's tuned in and watching here for this Crown Jewel event here from Fairbury tonight. Illinois Dirt Classic, 100 laps, and we will see how this shakes out here as we are counting down the seconds here to the starting lineup. As we wait for that starting lineup, we're going to take one more quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineup for tonight's Illinois Dirt Classic from Fairbury as you're watching the Pro Late Mile Dirt Series here on Extreme E Speed TV.
When it comes to keeping your home cool and comfortable, Evans Air Conditioning knows there's no room for compromise. That's why we've been your trusted HVAC and indoor air quality specialists since 2002.
Thank you for calling Evans Air Conditioning.
With straightforward pricing and free system replacement quotes, our licensed and insured technicians will keep you cool and comfortable. Schedule now for Evans' $59 summer tune-up. Evans, getting you the comfort you deserve.
107 Tire and Service Center is your one-stop shop for all your car care needs, and they're now a Cooper Tire dealer. American tires for the American worker. Buy a set of Cooper tires and get free tire rotation and repairs for the life of the tire. They have a 12,000-mile or 12-month warranty on most repairs. Check out 107 Tire and Service Center. They're located at 6256 Irwin Highway, Chuckey, or call them at 423-620-4970. For all your car care needs, 107 Tire and Service Center. Family owned and operated. And their number one goal is your satisfaction. Find 107 Tire and Service Center on Facebook or call them today at 423-620-4970.
Welcome back to Fairbury Speedway as we get ready for tonight's Illinois Dirt Classic here from the Illinois Speedway here at Fairbury Speedway. And Adam, you've got tonight's starting lineup.
That's right. It'll be Kendrick Hicks and Brandon Marlowe in row 1. Row 2, Daniel Adam, winner from last week, side by side with Colin Voiles. Row 3, Brandon Combs and Dawson Lowe. Row 4, Aiden Young and Devin Moran. Rounding out the top 10, Dylan Perry and Ethan Waters. Row 6, Jacob Laster and Cody Early. And then rounding out the rest of the field, we have Austin Cantrell, Brandon Bender in row 7, with Brody Thompson rounding out the rear.
So, of course, 100 laps to go here at Fairbury to get this one in the books. And it'll be fun to watch as you see Dylan Perry, Devin Moran down there at the bottom half of the top 10. That should be fun to watch, along with Lowe just up ahead of them. Lassiter there in the back half of the field, Bender back there as well. So a lot of fast cars historically here in the Pro Late Mile Dirt Series starting back in the pack. They've got 100 laps to get up front, so it'll be fun to watch them try to do it. Green flag waves as Marlowe and Hicks get going here from the start. As Hicks will jump out front, Marlowe to the outside, 75 of Adam to the inside, Combs into third there.
Yeah, you've got just, looks like 3 rookies in the top 10. Cantrell and Thompson. Thompson moving back and forth with Early. So some of them trying to get into the top 10 as Perry leapfrogs Lowe. Lowe takes it right back. Combs and Hicks trading second and third place bouts as well, as a lot of movement taking place right now, and we are only 4 laps in.
4 laps up, 4 laps about to be down as it's still Combs and Adams up front. Of course, you have that tire wear to contend with 100 laps here tonight, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Very quickly, though, Dylan Perry up to 5th. So Adam will hold on to that lead out front as things settle down here, coming to 10 laps down. So Adam holding off Combs here as we'll go down through the field. Dylan Perry quickly now making his way up through the field. He rides in fifth, but he's going to look for a 2-for-1 here as he looks to the outside of Hicks.
2 for 1. Haven't had one of those since college at Hardee's, or Carl's Jr. I'm not sure what they call it in this neighborhood, but we do have a lot going on. It's a busy neighborhood right now as you're getting a look at Kendrick Hicks down 3 spots from where he started, trying to race to get back to Dylan Perry, but these guys are moving right now, as you mentioned, Travis. I mean, these times are just 12 seconds and change, and it's quick. I mean, we're getting to the point where lap traffic may play a factor before we even get to 20 laps. That's how intense and how short and quick moving this track provides.
Adam still out front, Combs in that second position. Dylan Perry now there into the third spot. Saw Hicks jump the inside curve there. Great battle back in the pack here, this gaggle of cars. Devin Moran there behind the 18 of Waters as he's got Lassiter to his inside. Lassiter already up now into the top 10 here, 17 laps in.
Oh, a little bit of beating and banging there on the inside. No caution, but definitely some contact occurred, and I'm most impressed that didn't affect the rest of the field behind it. But if you're in front of that mess, you got yourself a little bit more breathing room as you get a beautiful camera angle from the top of the little press area, looking all the way across the track here at Fairbury. Sold out crowd, most of them on their feet.
Colin Boyles riding in the 10th position there as he holds off Cody Early, Aiden Young, Brody Thompson. Marlowe and Hicks doing battle. This is a battle for the 4th position. Yes, Hicks will take it over there. He slides up across the nose of the 37. Now Marlowe will try to return a favor as he jumps to the inside, and they'll cross it back over down the backstretch. Sights and sounds of Fairbury Speedway. As you see, Cody Early and Colin Boyles doing battle there. That is for the 10th position, as Cody Early will move into the top 10 here on lap number 30.
And this should be a no shock from where he started, but Dylan Perry looks to be your butt kicker, hard charger. Up 6 spots all the way up to 3rd right now, which would put him on the podium. So it's looking like the next largest climb would really be our leader, Brandon Combs. And I mean, this would be a huge win. I mean, obviously, still about 70% of the race to go, exactly 69. So nice start here. But Brandon Combs, if he's able to pick up the win, it'll get him 1 win closer to the 4 that Dylan Perry has, and would probably get him a little bit closer in the point standings, depending on where Perry would finish. He would also probably be a little bit closer, but probably will not overtake Perry in the standings going into Fall Nationals. But he'd be super close, and obviously, like I said, still a lot of racing to go, but this is an encouraging start.
So you can see Combs here trying to put Brandon Bender. He is the last car on the track there in the 15th position, so unable to put him a lap down, but he's got a 2-second lead over Daniel Adam. It's another second and a half back to Dylan Perry. And then the tight racing begins there with that 4th position of Kendrick Hicks holding off Brandon Marlowe.
Man, look at that view right there. Luckily for these drivers, that sun has set enough where they're not, driving blind into any of these corners or straightaways, and you can just see how hard Hicks is having a battle to keep up to Dylan Perry, and you've got to be almost perfect in your execution, and you feel like, oh, maybe I'm gaining some ground, and you make one little misstep, misturn, and Perry's another, quarter of a second in front of you. So this is a quick one as you get a lot of racing action. The whole track being used at the moment as we have 60 laps to go here from Fairbury.
As we ride along with our leader here and slowly moving towards that halfway mark here, as Brandon Combs has been out front since the start of this one. As that 28 machine continues to lead. No one to lap down, everyone on the same lap still here. Is up ahead, some great racing there. Cody Early now riding in the 13th position as he stays in front of Brody Thompson. Up ahead of him, Aiden Young and Colin Boyles. And there is that Combs machine right behind them. Oh, a big one right there on the camera in front of the leader as the leader was caught up. And oh, Leadfoot Larry out onto the front stretch.
Leadfoot Larry driving out there like someone owes him money on the track, and good to see everyone's safe. Insurance, very loose regulations and rules in Fairbury in this city. But we'll try and correct this carnage of what you've just witnessed here on Extreme E-Speed TV.
So Colin Boyles will go to the rear. Aiden Young, Brody Thompson all involved in that one, it appears. Right in front of the leaders as they all checked up. So Brandon Combs will hold on to that lead. Adam in second, Perry third, Hicks fourth. Brandon Marlowe, your top 5. Just shy of the halfway mark. As we have 55 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. We 40 some odd laps before our first caution, so kind of the overarching theme this entire season has just been real clean, respectful driving, but also really great competition. So it adds a very fine and delicate balance.
So we'll get lined back up, get ready to go here shortly. Green flag waves as we're back to racing action at Fairbury here. Lap number 45 underway. It's Combs up front, Adam second, Perry in third. Hicks watching on from fourth. As this has tightened up the field, especially up front here, as now we get closer and closer to that halfway mark. As last week's winner, Adam, now looking to the inside of Combs for the lead. Adam will clear the pass and will take the lead here on lap number 47. Dylan Perry watching on from third now. As you know, he would like another shot at Adam after last week. Unable to close the deal, Adam ended the evening with his first Pro Late Model Dirt Series victory. Great battle up front as Combs will power his way to the lead for a moment. Adam battling back on the outside.
Man, back and forth, consistent as we are past the halfway point right now. And like we talked about, none of these cars are going to go home looking pristine. But I almost find more beauty in the dirt, in the mud. That's why I came up out of South Minneapolis. So good to see. Man, look at Dylan Perry just rocketing around the outside. Man, Dylan Perry getting a little crafty right now, and he might get past Combs in a moment. As it stands, it looks like, yeah, for a brief moment he does. Let's see if Combs can take it right back. A live battle here on Extreme eSpeed TV, and it looks like Perry has cleared him, and now with really 44 laps to go, you've got Perry with his eyes set on Daniel Adam, and it looks like best times or last laps, Perry just a wee shade slower than Adam, so he's going to have to make up a little bit of ground, but getting past Combs was a big start to that endeavor.
So Dylan Perry there in the second position now as he'll try to track down Adam up ahead. Battles back throughout the field here as Bender moves into the 8th spot, moving around Austin Cantrell. Back in the pack, you got Ethan Waters and Jacob Lassiter. They're doing battle for the 11th position. Colin Boyles, Brody Thompson behind them. Aiden Young rounding out the field. Is now Devin Moran will move around Hicks. He'll move into the top 5 in that 99 machine.
And they are speeding right now as Adam putting on a performance, a clinic, I guess you could say. And all the others are just trying to reach their deductible as they continue to try and keep pace with Adam. Is just a great name, quite honestly, and great driving as well.
Daniel Adam out front, Dylan Perry in second, Brandon Combs in third as they've broken away. Brandon Marlowe back in the fourth position as he's trying to hold off Devin Morand in the 99 machine. Then further back, you've got Hicks and Lowe. They're doing battle for sixth with Brandon Bender in that 8% position. And then rounding out the top 10, it's Austin Cantrell in ninth. Cody Early into the top 10 again.
And one thing you're noticing with a lot of this action in the middle of the pack is you're catching just how much drama, just how tight some of those quarters can get, where you're looking at Daniel Adams, kind of has the whole track to work with, a lot of space. He doesn't feel cramped and crowded, but it gets a little claustrophobic there in the middle. And that's a credit right now. You're looking at like the 7th place driver, Brandon Bender. He's up 7 spots from where he started. And not all of that has just been wide open, as you've got a guy he's trying to chase down. You've got guys right behind him trying to catch where he is. So a lot can be said for these guys grinding in the middle. The blue-collar work right now.
Bender now trying to get to that bumper of Lowe. That's for the 6th position. As up front, it's still Daniel Adam here leading. Very similar to how last week ended as we work lap number 69. Dylan Perry was unable to get past Daniel in the final laps, as it's looking like he might have another chance here 1 week later and to pick up another crown jewel event here with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series.
Very strong performance right now, and they're holding at about 12 seconds a clip.
As they come up the lap traffic, Dylan Perry's going to look to the inside of Adam, set a pick with Brody Thompson, as unable to realize. And now that is one thing to think about, Adam. Not only is Dylan Perry going to possibly have to try to track down Adam and to complete a pass, but they're going to be in the thick of things with the tail end of the lead lap here and other cars to contend with.
Oh, absolutely. And it hasn't been an issue yet tonight, but of course, of all times for it to become, something to think about would be these final laps of the race. Anything but a snooze fest today is what this race has been, is everyone on the edge of their seat.
So Adam will, and there's Waters into the wall there between the front two cars. Dylan Perry trying to methodically pick his way through. Adam already clearing some cars here as they've made their way up into the 12th position. As now Adam able to separate from Dylan Perry. 20 laps to go this next time by, and time is running out. If this stays green, Dylan Perry's going to have to try to make a move to close in that gap.
No, you're right, and Dylan Perry having a heck of a path. I mean, we've seen him go with Tater Williams, we've seen Austin McGlone, we've seen just so many, even a Brandon Combs. We've seen Dylan Perry go head-to-head, toe-to-toe with so many of these drivers, and right now he's got one chasing him down in Brandon Combs, but he's also trying to chase as well, and we'll see what he's got. I mean, 18 to go. It's not like these are 30-second laps. You got to make quick moves at this point. As you're getting a lot of, you kind of hear it looks like we've got a caution. Might be Waters or Thompson, though.
As we'll take a look at the replay here, it looked like Ethan Waters and Colin Boyles or Brody Thompson may have had some contact here on right there on the front stretch. Around goes Ethan Waters, Brody Thompson. Oh, Devin Moran slides right through there. And that will bring out the caution here. 17 laps to go, close up the field, Adam, and this should be a fun shootout here for another crown jewel event.
Yeah, this is how you get into fall nationals. This is how you close out spring. You see that pace truck already out there with the lights on. It looks like we still have the pace truck lights on. Sun taking its time setting. That's how you know summer is long. And we are back to green flag racing. 17 laps to go. Could this be the final restart of the night? We will find out as is Daniel. Oh, Dylan Perry, for the moment, takes the coveted lead. And this could be very dangerous. But Adam, he may have enough grip, and it looks like he will officially lead that most recent lap.
Don't look now. Devin Moran up into that third position as he goes around Combs and Lowe. As he watches on this battle for the lead with Dylan Perry and Daniel Adam. Oh, contact with the 99. He'll keep it going straight here. 15 laps to go as it is heated up front as this battle for a crown jewel event here at Fairbury is going to go down to the wire. Adam will lead here, coming to 14 to go.
Man, this is thrilling racing action. You know, it's kind of been culminating and leading to this moment as you just see how grouped up those drivers in the top right of your screen got, and all that did was open up the door for Adam and Perry to really make it a two-man show.
They've broken away here for this one as it's Daniel Adam up front. Dylan Perry able to stay right to his bumper here, and then third on back is a gaggle of cars here as they continue to do battle. That is Lowe to the inside, Combs, Cantrell, and Moran all the way up to the outside there, and that outside line as Adam will lead, come to 10 to go. Caution flag will come out, and we will take a look and see what happened here. It looks like it's going to be Dawson Lowe, possibly. And not seeing what happened there, as it looks like might have a technical difficulty here as we try to get back to the racing action. We're going to take a quick hold as we got little brother Andy in the booth working on this technical difficulty. are back as we have 5 laps to go. Out front, it is Daniel Adams. He's holding on here. Apologize for that technical difficulty, but we are back here for the final laps. 4 laps to go this time by Daniel Adams out front.
Man, and you are tuning in at just the right time. With 4 laps remaining, Adam, Perry, Moran. Could Combs get back into the top 3 in a podium? Could he get in front of Perry? Find out with just 3 laps to go.
Adam able to hold on in front of Dylan Perry. Devin Moran now in that 3rd position. Looks like a repeat of last week, as Daniel Adam picked up his first career victory, holding off Dylan Perry, looking to pick up his 2nd career here in 2 weeks. White flag waves this time by.
And all he has to do is hit his marks, and he will move up 2 spots from where he started and go back to back, Knoxville and Fairbury.
Out of turn number 4, 2-time winner now. It's Daniel Adam, your winner at Fairbury. Dylan Perry 2nd, Devin Moran 3rd, Brandon Combs 4th, and Aiden Young all the way up into the 5th position.
Man, these boys sure put on another show. All 3 of your top 5 drivers advancing at least a couple spots. Perry tied for the best hard charger, up 7 spots, and Devin Moran up 5, and we'll try and get them here in the broadcast booth and talk their night through.
As another night and a reminder, the spring season, Spring Nationals come to a close here at Fairbury tonight. We'll be back here on Extreme Speed TV with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series on September 10th as we end the Spring Nationals. Thank you to everyone that tuned in throughout the session, and we look forward to seeing you again this fall. We'll bring up Dylan Perry up here into the booth. 2nd straight week, Dylan, you come home 2nd, just unable to close that gap on that 75 up ahead. Walk us through those final 25 laps and what you were hoping to accomplish there and trying to get by Daniel.
Mainly, I was just worried about the first part of the race, having to start 9th tonight on a track like this. It's not too easy on the stomach, but I figured if I could at least make some ground up towards the top 5 or top 3, I felt like we at least gave ourselves a chance, not really a good chance, but a chance to try and win it. But once we got down to about 25 or so to go, I realized I used up a lot more right here than I expected. So from then on, I was just trying to hold on and hope for the best.
Yeah, we talked about that early. The long green flags runs that we had, it started with 45 straight laps there. What was the strategy there? And as you mentioned, you used up the right rear too much. What could you have done differently there to try to keep pace, but also try to save the tires for something at the end?
Mainly just ideal situation would have been starting a little bit closer to the front, but with kind of where we started, it was to get by some of those cars a little bit quicker, so that once I fell back into 3rd or wherever I was at for a while, just ride there for a little while and keep from abusing that right rear any more than I already did.
Well, I believe you'll end the Spring Nationals as the points leader here, so not a bad start to the season here. We'll be back in September. Any of those sponsors or those folks you want to give a thanks here before the summer break we have?
Yeah, first and foremost, Andy Piercefield and his whole family for everything they do for me on here and in real life. I definitely couldn't do it without them. Evans Air Conditioning, Comfort Dynamics, Extreme Speed TV. Y'all have been amazing through the first part of this year, and I know y'all will continue being amazing through the rest of it. 445 Media, CBR Race Cars, Rapid Race Graphics, Lickum and Stickum Sons and Designs, Harrison Automotive, CV Used Cars and Parts, Newt's Lawn Care, SHP, Coyote Media, Phantom Race Engines, Coat Farm Policy, Combs Cuts, B&B Custom Baits, BPRC, just everybody that helps me week in and week out. I couldn't do it without them, and let's just see if we can carry this momentum off in the fall.
congratulations on the Spring Nationals here, Dylan, and we look forward to seeing you in September.
Thank you.
That's Dylan Perry, our second place finisher tonight. Now joining Adam in the booth, it's our third place finisher, Devin Moran.
Yeah, Devin, man, congrats on the podium finish, and kind of looking where you finished. You finished up 5 spots from where you started. Your car, it looks like, only got stronger as the night went on. At least from the viewer's perspective, how was it from the driver's seat tonight?
Fun. I just don't really know what I'm doing on here, so I'm not good at conserving tires or anything. I guess you don't have to do that near as much in real life, but it's still fun.
Yeah, well, and you speak to that, but you still were able to climb yourself up there. So the tires, they had just enough tread on it to at least get you to a podium finish. Do you feel like if maybe there were 10, 15, 20 more laps, you wouldn't have finished as strong then?
I honestly got no idea. No, it was just fun. I did get better there at the end, and on them restarts, that one when we were double file, could have got real dicey, but I didn't want to mess nothing up. But yeah, just bummer. This is the last race until the fall.
No, you're absolutely right, and it's been fun kind of having you in this series, a part of it. What have being a part of the Pro Late Model Dirt Series and running some races here? What have your thoughts been? How have you enjoyed it? Kind of speak to this experience.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been racing a whole lot in real life because of the rain and all that crap. So to come on here and fill the void a little bit, it makes it fun. And got some buddies on here to race with, so we're all in here chatting it up and having a good time.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, I want to give you a chance to shout out any buddies, partners, sponsors, anyone you want to thank before we head into a little spring and summer break.
Yeah, just hopefully we can have a good year, and I guess we'll come back in the fall and race with you guys again.
Can't wait, Devin. Thanks so much for your time, and congrats on a great finish.
That is Devin Moran, our third place finisher tonight, and that will lead us to victory lane. It's Daniel Adams again, and Daniel, you picked up your first career victory last week. You follow up with another win here tonight. You just got to feel good ending the Spring Nationals here with the series with a couple wins.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. Seems like I can't get enough gap from Dylan Perry to have a big cushion at the end, but always fun racing with him, especially in this league. Seems like we're always battling for the win, which is nice, but saved my tires a little better. Kind of got mad at myself after the first 15 laps. I was running it hard trying to keep the lead and just settled in, saved my tires, and it ended up working for me.
Speaking to that point, especially when you have 100 laps around a track like this, you're trying to obviously stay out front, but you're also setting the pace. How hard is it to know how hard to go and make sure you're conserving tires, knowing that others behind you aren't having that pacing issue or being out front?
Yeah, it was definitely challenging, especially with Brandon. He was right on me like the first 15, and eventually I just let him go to deal with lap traffic. Which it kind of ended up screwing him because he got caught in that wreck. But yeah, I kind of let him do it. The first few laps, I was going a little too hard because I wanted to keep the lead and get a gap because I thought everyone else would be saving a lot. And Brandon definitely wasn't saving there in the beginning. So yeah, I just let him go, save my stuff, and was able to take the lead on a restart. And somehow kept Dylan behind me. I think there was 18 to 19 to go. He got to restart on my outside, which I knew was going to be tough, and somehow kept the lead and didn't look back.
Well, it's been fun watching you here in the spring. Are we going to see you back in the fall once the series returns in September?
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make some races.
Well, awesome. No, it's been great and fun to watch. Obviously, the last 2 weeks, you and Dylan Perry do battle. Who are those sponsors and those folks you want to give a shout out to after the victory tonight?
Yeah, I got to thank Excel Sim Sports and Speed Ranch helping me on the sim. My good buddies at Mudslinger, all of them really helped me out and nice to have fun with. If you're looking for a Tuesday night league, check them out on Facebook. Yeah, and then all my supporters in real life, you can check them out on danieladams75.com.
Well, congratulations, Daniel, and we look forward to seeing you in September.
Awesome, thank you.
That is Daniel Adam, our winner here from Fairbury. Another crown jewel event in the books here as the Spring Nationals come to a close for the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. As always, make sure you follow along for the latest information on the series on their Facebook page. For Adam Johnson, I am Travis Piercefield. We are Extreme eSpeed TV, and we will see you at a racetrack soon.
This copyrighted broadcast of Extreme eSpeed TV Network is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without express written consent of the Extreme eSpeed TV Network is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast.